Hey everybody, welcome back to the annual live stream. This will be our spoiler review for All American Homecoming, Season 2, Episode 1, called We Need a Resolution. This was a very interesting episode, and this is actually new for us to do like a spoiler review this way, or a review in general this way.
You wanted us to do it, so we're doing it.
Yeah, because a lot of you guys in our All American Season 5, Episode 1 pre-show live, you guys suggested that, oh, you want to see more live streams. So that's when we were like, okay, we'll do our spoiler reviews for All American Homecoming every Tuesday as a live. And I did say like yesterday I was gonna start the live, start watching it at 6, and we would start live at 7. But dinner was weirdly delayed and stuff, so we just ate dinner. We just watched the show, and that's why we're doing the spoiler review right now. This was a very fun episode to get me really excited for where they're planning on going this season for All American Homecoming. So I'm gonna let Andy go first on what she liked about this, this episode, the first episode of Season 2. Andy, what'd you like?
You already know.
I already know what she liked, and I kind of am on the same boat of this was definitely a highlight of. I kind of already knew what was gonna happen in this episode because I feel the first trailers that we got for All American Season 5 and the first trailer we got for All American Homecoming Season 2, we kind of had an understanding that this would be the first trailers that we got were probably going to be the first episodes, and I kind of had the understanding on the first trailer we got for All American Season 5 was the first episode we got for Season 5, so I kind of already knew that this was what we were probably going to get for Episode 1 of Season 2 of All American Homecoming. And what did you like, Annie? I already know, but what did you like? Who was in this? Jordan was in this. Spencer was in this, and my excitement went through the roof when it's we've seen Spencer on the show before, on Homecoming before. We've seen Jordan. We've seen we've seen Olivia. But it felt it made me have a big grin on my face and saying Spencer. When Spencer showed up to the family, was it family dinner?
Yeah.
So, and it is of course we know it was Christmas time, of course in the last episode. It was Christmas time. But now it's it is.
They're back from break, and Simone and Keisha just got back.
Yeah.
And Cam, they all just got back from LA.
And it's New Year's Eve, essentially.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Keisha had this big party, and Cam's like, oh, I can't come or whatever.
Mhm.
And she was because he's been very distant from her.
Yes, he was very. As we know, he's been very distant ever since since break of last season, and him finding out that he lost his scholarship and he has to get the money so he can even stay at Brixton, and that's why he's been distant. As we saw in All American, he was angry at Keisha for talking to Spencer. He thought Spencer was flirting with Keisha. That wasn't the case, but that's what he thought. And
Spencer and Keisha are just friends.
Exactly. Even though Keisha had a crush on him a little bit when he first came to Brixton, while Simone was checking out the campus and shit. But at the end of the day, it's Spencer. That was not what Spencer was trying to do. Especially him getting out of a relationship. He was not really flirting with Keisha. He knew that was Cam's girl. He wasn't going to do something like that. Even though Cam is just a stubborn ass and wanted to be a jerk. Because I've been saying in my spoiler review for All American Episode 1 of Season 5, he is he feels embarrassed because he hasn't told Keisha that he's losing his scholarship. And that, he's not sure if he can get the money to even stay there. He's embarrassed at the fact of also his rival is still playing football, and is also his rival's so-called moving in on his girl, and he felt that type of way. So it's I don't know. I was annoyed that Cam was acting that way when it's clearly Keisha chose to be with you, and it's no, she's not flirting with Spencer. Her and Spencer are friends. So we kind of picks up here where it's they're back at home, and he's still not, he's still acting the same way, trying to distance himself, and because he's trying to figure out a way to get money to stay there. And that was very interesting. That's pretty much what went on with Keisha and Cam in this episode. But yeah.
Well, I just loved all the scenes that Jordan was in, because that is my favorite character from All American.
Yeah.
And every time I saw Jordan, I just had this big smile on my face, because he's one of my favorite actors in the world, and I just love that character.
Yeah, I really did enjoy it, because it's it was needed also, because we didn't get. As you guys know, I was angry at Simone and how she was acting in yesterday's episode of All American. I just wasn't liking the way she was acting. She was angry at the fact of the way Jordan was looking at Layla. Even though that she broke up with him, and she's the reason that Jordan opened his eyes to seeing that Layla and him are more of a perfect match. But yet Jordan's dumbass like acted the same way when he was interacting with Damon. He's like, "Oh, I've been waiting to have this talk with you. The reason I didn't do this is because I was dating Simone, but now that I'm not, I want to have this talk with you." And they end up fighting, which I thought was dumb because I was like, Jordan just came off of rehab with his arm.
His hand, and his hand's like glass, and he should have known better. But
Jordan has a sensitive hand, especially if anything of him, finally going through physical therapy, and his hands, kind of like in a way back to normal, even though he still felt some type of way, and he wanted to tell Coach Garrett that he didn't want to play again. It's like I don't know why he would want to fight somebody, especially when he's not dating Simone anymore. I thought that was very dumb for him to be doing some shit like this. I was shocked he was acting like this, like in a way. But I mean, it kind of made sense by the way they ended the way it kind of ended when the conversation between Jordan and Simone in the last episode of yesterday. It kind of made sense on why he just, because he asked Simone, like, oh, like, how is it with you and Damon or whatever and all that, and she got upset about that, thinking that, of him thinking that Simone would move on that quick after they just broke up. When it's in all seriousness is that, I guess in a way it made sense on the fact that she wasn't moving on, but, because, she really couldn't move on with the person that she wanted to be with, Simone, because she wanted to be with Damon after they broke up, but Damon was unavailable because he's dating Thea. So it's like, I feel like that's very hypocritical on Simone's behalf, because I feel like she would have just definitely jumped in with Damon if it wasn't for the fact of him dating Thea. So it's like, I mean, it made sense that for, I guess, Jordan to do that, but I just expected more from Jordan, especially since that character's grown so much. I was not expecting he would just fight Damon like that, especially after him hurting his hand. I thought that was dumb.
I also like how like Jordan is trying to build his friendship back up with Simone.
That was nice to see. It was and I love when Spencer called him out about it, saying, "Dude, you need to talk to her, and you guys need to you guys need to settle this. You know what I mean? You guys have been avoiding this conversation. It's like if you want to be friends with her again, you need to have that conversation with her. You guys are gonna learn in some way or shape or form. That's what Spencer said. You guys are gonna learn that when you don't do the right thing on the lack of communication, bad shit is gonna happen." And that's essentially what happened with Cam, because, Spencer and Jordan caught Cam working, as a pizza delivery bike person. And, he said to Cam, like, dude, he's like, oh, can you not tell Keisha? Like, he said, oh, why are you guys still here? Like, you know what I mean? You guys don't even go here. And can you not tell Keisha about this? And then he's like, yeah, but, you guys need to learn some way. You guys both need to learn that you guys need to stop lying and actually need to start communicating. That's what your problem is. And they can't say that's Spencer's problem. Jordan can't say that because Spencer had that conversation with Liv in the last episode. You know what I mean? So it's like he is very knowledgeable in that communication is key. Spencer's always been like that. Like, communication is key.
Yeah. He's big on communication.
Yeah, Spencer literally is the dude I feel like that knows how relationships should go.
He's always been the person who's big on communication. Communication and
because he tried having communication with Liv, but she was ducking him the entire time. You know what I mean? So it's like Spencer knows what's up, and I'm happy that he had that conversation with Simone about.
I'm also glad. Yeah. I'm also glad that Simone was like, her New Year's wish for Jordan is to be happy and be happy with whoever he wants to be happy with, which she was giving him permission to date Layla.
Yeah.
She was giving him the permission to do that, and he said the same thing to her.
Mm-hmm.
He wants her to be happy with whoever she chooses. I think she should go with JR.
I don't think the whole JR thing. Annie wants her to be with JR. I don't like that. Personally, I think Simone doesn't need to date anybody. I mean, she's kind of like in her own zone. I feel like she doesn't be doing that, and I feel like the writers, knowing them, they're gonna like make Damon be that type of dude where it's like things aren't gonna work with him and Thea anymore, and then he's gonna start dating Simone. I don't want that at all. It seems very because Damon's not that douche dude to be doing some shit like that. I hope he's not that type of dude, but the writers I feel like are gonna write it that way. And it's like, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm really for Damon and Thea. I hope it stays that way. I think they're a good couple. I just feel like it's not going to happen because the writers are going to want them to get together at some point.
I don't like how Thea is blaming Simone for her shoulder being messed up.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's not her fault that Simone has heavier rackets than what hers are.
Exactly. It's not her fault. It's just so happened she teared her arm. It's not Simone's fault. She was trying to do a favor, and Thea's turning it into like, oh, you did this to me on purpose, sabotaging me.
I can't remember her name, but the girl that she was going up against.
Yeah, she was getting in Thea's head, and she ruined Thea's rack, yeah.
Yeah, so Simone was like, here, use mine.
Exactly.
And now she's blaming Simone for her shoulder messed up when
and also Simone taking her
yeah.
6th place spot on the team.
But it's not her fault that she tore.
She's
her
just upset
shoulder.
right now, essentially.
It's not her fault. Simone's rackets are heavy.
No.
It's none of that Simone's
No,
fault.
I think Thea's going too far with that, and I think that the fact that when Damon invited Thea to family dinner, and Simone was upset about that, I thought that was dumb too, because it's not Damon's fault that Thea's acting this way. If anything, he's trying to stop the beef between you two. But it's there's a reason that someone should be throwing beef at Damon when Damon's trying to mend the fences. I think that's uncool, because again, that's not what Damon wants at the end of the day.
He's trying to help.
He's trying to help out the issue here and mend fences. He's very Spencer type of person on the fact that he wants to mend fences. He doesn't want people fighting in a way. But honestly though, I'm excited to see where things go, especially because Keisha and Cam,
are bad
he
together.
did tell Keisha. She was upset, saying you knew all this time and you didn't tell me. And Nate's the one that really broke it down to Keisha, saying how hard it must have been for that man to not only not tell you, but because he felt embarrassed, but have to go home to tell his parents that he lost his scholarship, to yet do all these jobs trying to stay at Bringston, pretty much to be with you, and you were rude to him because he didn't tell you.
I also had an issue with Nate this episode.
Yeah.
He was saying that how Spencer was flirting with Keisha.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Spencer and Keisha are friends.
Yeah, Nate knew better. That was cut because Spencer overheard it.
Yeah,
and Spencer already knew what was going on, to the fact of that Spencer said, when Spencer came in, Spencer knew initially when Keisha invited him to the party after, Keisha was mad at Cam for not telling her about, him, losing his scholarship and him pretty much trying to make money to stay there. It's she just wanted to make herself feel better, so that's why she was essentially trying to get back at Cam, inviting Spencer, so that way she could have a fun time with Spencer.
Yeah.
But Spencer knew that, and he wasn't down with that. But initially, the fact that Nate tried saying oh, you know what I mean, and also while all this is going on, he sees you flirt, he sees his ex-rival flirting with you, and it's no, Spencer was not flirting with Keisha. Let's just get something straight. He was not.
No, he wasn't.
And the fact that Nate came out of nowhere, making it sound like that's the type of dude Spencer is, it's no, clearly, Nate, you don't know Spencer at all.
He's not that kind of person.
So that really upset me. I was Nate, you know damn well that you know better than that. It's fuck.
And Nate didn't go with them to
LA, no. So Nate didn't even know the full story.
It was Keisha, Cam, and Simone.
They're the only ones that went. But other than that, though, I'm happy that they figured out the problem, Keisha and Cam, and that they said, we can work on this together. And I'm happy that, they're going to work things out. And I think the fact of it is that Spencer helped make that little, dinner for them for New Year's Eve, I thought was very nice. That's just that type of dude Spencer is. And honestly, though, I'm super excited because, I think Jordan and Simone are going to start to become friends again, which I thank God that these writers are going to make it so that they're not friends at all. I'm happy that, they both gave each other their blessings to move on, but also at the same time they both gave each other clarity so that they could just be friends again, and also they don't want any awkwardness again, because Jordan felt weird about that. He felt weird about the awkwardness when she came to LA.
Because they were friends before they started dating. They were friends before that. But with Simone, so it was they were friends before anything, and then Simone well, first we were on one night stand. And then we became friends, and then we started dating, exactly. Well, I said to my sister, I was Simone, you really should just not start from there when he's trying to, mend the fences. I was why are you starting to, we were first a one-night stand. You should have ignored that, because it could have went bad when she said that, but I'm glad it didn't, and Jordan understand what she was trying to say. And Jordan was just glad to finally, mend the fences, because that's what he really wanted to do. That's why he attacked Damon and was angry, is because he's what, since, she wasn't dating me anymore, you're not interested in her, and you thought it was okay to now go out with her friend, and all that stuff. And it's at the end of the day, that's not the type of dude Damon is. It's just he didn't want to wait around for a person that was already, in a relationship. You know what I mean? He didn't want to do that. So it's he moved on. He found someone that actually was interested in him, and that's not his fault that he found someone that was interested in him. That's not fair that Jordan made it sound like he was that dude.
So I don't know. They were both being dumbasses at the end of the day. But then again, Jordan had no right to be starting a fight, especially when Damon,
Yeah.
in this episode, he had to figure out what choice he was going to make between moving to...
I am so upset
leaving Brinkston, which
No.
that's exactly what's going to be happening. He's leaving Brinkston.
Unless Marcus talks to him about it.
Yeah, which he might, because Marcus ends up coming back at the end of this episode, and Marcus has been in therapy for like 6 weeks. He's been avoiding calls from Amara. Amara is now the principal of Brinkston.
She's the president.
Which is sick.
So she was gonna leave Brinkston, but then she took over Keisha's dad's job.
Yeah, because he got in trouble or something. So.
And now she doesn't have to leave Brinkston. She still has the place that she was living in, and she still have her family.
But it might
dinners.
be too late now because, like we said, Damon signed over, transferred all of his school stuff to Hawkins. So that is the name of the place. I'm not sure. When I think of Hawkins, I think of Stranger Things. So I don't know. Why would
you go back to a coach who is making
that was cheating initially?
Yeah, making fake
with
classes.
Bringston. Exactly, that's a terrible idea.
Making fake classes for his team.
Exactly. I think if anything,
you don't know he could be doing at
the new school.
At the new
Probably
school.
is, but not only that, it's I understand he's having problems with his father, but I don't think that was a better move to go to a school of a dude that cheated.
JR's not transferring schools.
Yeah.
He has issues with his dad too, and they're not. He's not leaving.
But then again, I mean, when you're in that position where it's it ended up being your father and the dude that wanted nothing to do with you,
act like he wasn't.
You know what I mean? That the dude that wanted to have nothing to do with you ends up being your father. It's Damon has a right to feel that type of way. It was okay, I'm not gonna let you be my coach because essentially that's you being my father. I'm not doing it. So it's I understand where he's coming from, but it's I don't think it's a better decision to go to a school that a dude that initially cheated for the school that you are at, that you're now transferring back to that dude. It's not the best idea, in my personal opinion. And also, this screws over JR, and it screws over the baseball program. That was the one thing.
Yeah.
That his father was right about, saying that you doing this. I understand you want to get back at me, but you're screwing over your brother, and you're screwing over the school. And you're screwing over your team because if you're not here, the program goes to shit. And
it's not but Damon's not going to lose his brother at all.
No, I mean, this isn't going to affect him. So as it seems. When Thea tried to confront JR saying, doesn't it bother you that he's leaving? He's like, no, we promised each other we're not going to...
Let this affect us.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lose my brother.
But it might, though, because and at the end of the day, it is affecting JR's future. And I do think that's something JR isn't realizing right now, but I think he will get angry probably at Damon about it.
But he's never going to lose his brother again.
No.
Even if it does, affect him, he's not going to,
I hope JR remembers what he said, and hope he doesn't let that affect him by Damon's choice.
Yeah, he's not going to blame Damon for what happened.
So, at least I hope not. I mean, because again, JR must have not thought about the fact if he leaves, what does that mean for the program? I don't think he might have thought that far. He was just thinking about, I'm not going to lose my brother over him not wanting to leave.
What's the catcher's name? The new guy that came?
His name is, Santiago, yeah, Santiago.
I don't like that character.
I don't like him either. Santiago pissing me off half the time because he was acting like a jerk in the first season.
Damon.
So I don't know. I mean, but what's weird is we haven't even seen any other characters. We haven't seen Santiago yet, but yet baseball hasn't started yet. Remember?
Yeah.
Amar's baseball season doesn't start until a couple of weeks. So I don't know. I'm super excited though to see what happens. Especially Spencer and Jordan mentioned the bowl, so that bowl game didn't happen yet. I think we're going to see that in the next episode of All American. So I'm just super excited to see where things are going to go. I'm just loving that these characters are crossing over. That's the best part about this show is the crossovers. I think without that, I think that people wouldn't like the show as much. But
homecoming characters and All-American. We get to see All-American characters in Homecoming. But I mean,
I have a good feeling about this season of All-American Homecoming, though.
I like how they're bringing Simone back to All-American because she is an original All-American character.
Well, I like how they're not bringing her back to guest star and stuff like that. I'm happy that they're just doing it. Yeah, I'm happy that
they
they're
brought
doing
back
this.
an original character to guest star on.
And again, I think it helps the show.
Before that.
I think it helps the show when you have original characters from All American come over to the show. That I say, I'm gonna be honest. I think out of the two shows, All American is still better. I do, and I think it helps the show out a lot that these characters from All American are coming over to here. I think it helps with ratings, and I think it helps with good storytelling aspects and good possible story character progression and character developments for each character.
I'm glad they gave Simone. I'm glad they gave Simone some more, like,
clarity with her and Jordan, and when you needed to have
and how they gave her like after she left All American.
And she needed that too. Like she was upset when she left.
They gave her her own show so she could still be a part of
and still grow.
Yeah, and to be a part of the All American universe.
Yeah.
And be a part.
But I love how this opened the door to the All American universe growing. I do think that was the good thing about the show is that it lets it build more. It lets the world get bigger. And I do like that a lot. Is that we have characters coming over and it helps our characters progress on All American and vice versa. It helps the people on All American Homecoming progress when All American characters come over to help All American Homecoming characters grow. It's very smart. Storytelling and very smart directing and writing for the directors and writers for both of these shows. Both characters coming over help benefit each character from each show. Honestly, I like the first episode of season 2 of All American Homecoming.
I do too.
It makes me interested to see where things are going to go.
I'm glad they
I'm excited.
I'm glad they brought Michael, who plays Jordan, on very early on this season. I was very happy.
I think that's what this sparked. That made me more excited for the season. Is that they started off on the right way to get.
I mean, he is more excited about seeing Spencer, but I was
like Spencer. Just with a big smile on his face.
I was more excited to see Jordan.
So honestly, though, yeah, we really did like it. We're excited for next week, and like I said, guys, we are going to be doing these spoiler review live streams. Like I said, every Tuesday. We want to start them at 7, but it all depends at the end of the day how things are going throughout the day.
Dinner's delayed or.
But we are going to be doing it every Tuesday. So like I said, I want to aim for 7 o'clock. That's when we start our spoiler review, and we watch the show at 6. I want to start making sure we can start it at 7. But yeah, honestly, guys, this is something new here to the channel that I'm doing. Also, I guess if you didn't know this, we do pre-show lives for All American on Monday at 6:50. That's when we start our pre-show lives for All American. And then, like I said, I do my spoiler review after I'm done watching the show, and I post it the next day. Which, if you go on my channel, it is up, my spoiler review for All American Season 5, Episode 1.
I'll pop into those reviews occasionally.
Depending on if she has Dancing with the Stars and depending on if she has work the next day. But honestly, though, guys, great first episode. And yeah, pretty much I want to let all you guys know that my PC, a lot of the pieces came today. So this is great news because the last 3 pieces I need are coming on Sunday. So Sunday, me and my brother Nick is going to help me build it. And then hopefully I might do a live stream to depending on what time it is on Sunday when all the pieces come in. And depending on how quick we can get it put together. I would like to do a live stream either on Sunday. Monday would be great though because as we know that's when our pre-show live is for All American. So honestly, the first time you guys might see me using my PC might be on Monday to do our pre-show live for All American. So I'm actually excited that we'll be doing live streams for probably Homecoming and our pre-show lives for All American, probably up in my room from now on. And also, again, I want to start a Patreon because I want to start doing, live watch parties, and I want to actually start doing reactions, for shows and movies without getting copyright claimed if I were to post this on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm excited, and if I do a Patreon, it's gonna be like I said, $4 or $5 probably at most. I'm not gonna be charging outrageous for a Patreon like some people do. At the end of the day, this is me making this content is for you guys, and it's to show you guys that you can follow your dreams. That's why I started this channel, is to show my love and spread my love for movies and TV shows and things that I like, and connect with you guys, and show you guys that you can follow your dreams and you can make a YouTube channel if you want to make a YouTube channel. You can do whatever dreams that you have and goals that you have in life. You guys can do that. Don't let anybody tell you you can't, because you can. And honestly, I'm excited. Me getting my PC opens up so many bigger opportunities for the channel, and also opens up opportunities to do collaborations with other people that I'm actually friends with, other YouTubers and shit. So this opens up possibilities to, in the future, possibly do some collaborations. And also, I would love to have you guys come into live streams,
and
I'll be able to do that. You know,
yeah.
have you guys come in. Actually, we can come into the lives and invite you guys in to do the pre-show lives with us to talk about the shows. That would be super fun to invite you guys in.
It also gives me and him time to spend time together too.
Exactly. So this just opens up so many different possibilities to the channel, and it just builds the channel. So again, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, put those notifications, and like this video because this is the place to be. You know, when it comes to, you know, love and positivity and also, you know, talking about things that you love, this is the place to do that. So, honestly, guys, that was the video, though, for a spoiler review of All-American Homecoming Season 2. Again, like this because it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel because it helps out as well. And also turn the notification bell so you guys don't miss any future videos of all sorts, whether it be unboxings, reviews, spoiler reviews, movie reviews, TV show reviews, anything, reactions, so forth. Again, if you are new to the channel, check out the channel, check out my playlist, or check out my playlist for All-American Season 3 and Season 4. They're up in the playlist. Check out our playlist for All-American Homecoming. It's there as well. There's other things, so go check those out.
Yeah, we need to put like His Legacy, Stargirl.
Everything. So go check out that stuff. But yeah, guys, that was our spoiler review for All-American Homecoming Season 2, Episode 1, live stream. I hope all you guys have a great night, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Or actually, we'll see you guys tomorrow if you guys watch Stargirl. So we'll see you guys tomorrow in the pre-show live for Stargirl, and yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow and next week for All-American Homecoming and All-American. So see you guys next time. Have a great night. Peace.
Bye.